the fact that Netanyahu's so out of touch. I mean, we could paint the picture for you here. Like, I'm sure a bunch of you have already seen the clips. We'll play a couple of other clips, but essentially the entire UN walks out on him before he starts his speech. Most of the countries left. If you see, there's like, bird's eye pictures of it. The overwhelming majority of the room is empty seats, with the Israeli delegation cheering loudly for every word that he said, like, which is already just like the optics of it are not great. Not saying that proves anything one way or the other, but like the optics of this are bad. But like, there is an arrest warrant out for Netanyahu from the International Criminal Court over war crimes. He is being widely accused in pretty much every nation on earth. There are loud voices with huge percentages of the population who agree with them, accusing him of being guilty of genocide, carrying out a genocide of a captive people. And he gets up there for this speech, Rob, and he starts like, oh, look here, let's play the one clip. What's the one clip we have here of I think the joke he made? We have. Can we pull that up?
This is on
Suarez?
the pagers.
Yeah. That's right. Here we go.
You remember those beepers, the pagers? We paged Hezbollah, and believe me, they got the message. And thousands of terrorists dropped to the ground.
Yeah, that's who's
remember
cheering.
Those beepers?
Okay, so anyway, that's just look, dude, I'm just saying, and I understand you can say Hezbollah are terrorists or whatever. I mean, sure, like, by any definition, are they more terrorists than the IDF? No, but I mean, Hezbollah is essentially a government. I mean, they've been, I think, I think politically they've been in control of southern Lebanon for what, 20 years or something like that now? I mean, whatever. But just the idea, Rob, that you're like cracking jokes about the people your government kills in this environment seemed so profoundly out of touch. Like, I could, like, even watching it, I could, and Netanyahu's always like, he's never been, look, Netanyahu, he speaks very good English, much better English than your average Israeli. And that's part of the reason why he's been the longest serving prime minister in Israeli history. He's good at kind of working, an American crowd, but he's never been a particularly charismatic guy. He always has his little visual aids and his thing. It's like it's never like a great speech giver. But this, to me, I was just like, yo, people are accusing you of being the reincarnate of Adolf Hitler. They're accusing you of being the most evil person in the world, conducting a brutal genocide. And you're up here cracking jokes about the people your government's killed while you lecture everybody. And oh, by the way, on top of that, which is just something that nobody can ignore in this situation. And there's a fundamental disconnect here that like the Israelis just seem to not understand this. But look, it is one thing if the leader of a nation, like let's say the leader of Russia in the 20th century, whoever you want to pick, Gorbachev or Stalin or Khrushchev or whoever, like the leader of the Soviet Union, or let's say the leader of the United States of America, or the leader of but like Israel is a country the size of New Jersey who everybody knows is completely dependent on America to their survival. Like that, I mean, like, it's just, we have to give them billions of dollars. They could not conduct any of their wars without American support. We also have to give billions of dollars to the Jordanians and the Egyptians and the Saudis. Like, we have to bribe every country that's ever gone to war with Israel in the region in order to keep them not going to war with them. And like, then for you to turn around and be bragging about the devastation your country imposes, like, you're not even self-sufficient. What are you talking about here? Sir, you're being accused of genocide and you're making wisecracks about the human beings that your government's killed? Like, what are you doing? I don't know, just so crazy to me.
And on that incident, it's not even all that clear to me that there weren't civilians that were killed in those attacks, as they
Oh, I think
did
there
happen
were.
just in public places.
Yes, yes. No, I think there were civilians who were injured and killed. I think like the ratio wasn't bad. It was mostly the people they wanted to get, but still, like there's just and even if you're just gonna say those were the terrorists, it's like when look, if again, just like in simple human terms, if my policy, like my actions resulted in tens of thousands of dead children and people are furious about this, and then you get up there and I just start bragging about the bad guys I killed in this period of time, it's just very out of touch.